Thanks for being here. Land of London Lake. Been a while. Thanks for dropping in. I'm trying to get this zoomed out at the moment. Came in, zoomed in just a little too far. All right, now we're making a pattern. All right. Now you can always make a pattern, okay? Now you can do the same thing with your cardboard pattern as you can with a piece of tile, but this is a little more forgiving, and I'll show you why here in a minute, or one of the reasons of why. All right, now I'm going to mark this here at this point. All right, and then right here at this point here. Okay, now you take a straight edge, okay? You put a straight edge here, and you get it right down to the corner, and right inside the corner over here, all right? So, like so, all right? You mark it. Now, if you make any mistakes, you're going to make it on this, all right? Now, let's cut it. Because I'm going to actually transfer it to the actual tile here, okay? So, let's get this cut. Now, if you use cardboard, there really isn't a whole lot of measuring because the cardboard, I'm going to also show you how to do this by taking measurements, all right? Now, that's a tad high, all right? Just a tad high here. Let's see here. Okay, now, if you notice, all right, we're going to bring this down where you can see overall what's going on. I'm going to notch around the side of this shelf. Now, there's two ways to go about it. If you don't know how to read a tape measure very well, all right, you can take your cardboard, flip it over, all right, and you line it up, okay, because it's sitting on this trim right there, all right? So, when you mark at the top, just mark it. Come slide your pencil right off, straight, and mark. Okay, same thing on the bottom. Now, that's one way to do it. The other thing is we've got to do is how far does it go in? Well, there's several ways to do that. One, you can take a gauge. For example, you can make anything a gauge. I'm going to take just this piece of cardboard, okay? And then I'm gonna flip it over here. I'm gonna run it right out to this edge. Okay, right here. All right, now that's if you don't have a torpedo level. If you have a torpedo level, okay, you slide this here. All right, when you get the level, you get that bubble center of that level. Okay, you butt this into it. All right, and then you mark. All right, then you mark this right here at this inside of this edge of the tile. Okay, and you can bend this around actually at the corner and you'll know. All right, now you've got the bend, the crease right there at the outer corner. Bam, now we can double check. Okay, now we can double check. All right, let's bring this here. Let's get that level, that bubble. All right, center, bubble center, and we're right exactly where we need. Well, no, we're not. All right, there we are right there. Okay, now, or you take your measuring tape and you just pull from this point. All right, and you slide in. All right, right to this edge here. You just eyeball it. You get your slide it in, or you can hook this way, right? Then you just look straight down. Okay. And we have, it looks like we have 7, 8 to 15/16. All right. So if I make this at 7/8, and the other thing I can do with this back here being held in place in this situation, all right, I can mark this here with the pencil, right here, all right, and just bring it up, slide it in, bring it up, all right. Then I can measure over to that point. Bam, and that tells me I am 7/8. Okay, exact. 7/8 will be good. So now I know that that distance is 7/8. All right. So now I'm going to show you the next process here. You take your speed square. All right. And you bring this line here down level to your speed square. All right. And just you go across. Next side, next line. All right. You want just barely above. You want that just the line barely above. You can barely see it. And then mark across. Now I said that was 7/8. Okay, so then I come in 7/8 and I mark. All right, so what's that look like? Okay, so I'm going to take this. All right. Right here, and I go to 7/8. Okay, 7/8 is, all right. Okay, so it's going to notch in this way. Okay, so I'm going to come in 7/8 down, right? So we go 7/8 down once I get this in place. 7/8 is right here. All right. There's 7/8 right there. Okay. Now the other way to go about doing that is to make a little mark. Okay. You make a little mark. You hold it this way. Flush on this. Okay. And then you just come down straight. Okay. It's easier just to eyeball it. Okay. Now this is where you take your tile, or we test the water. All right. So bear with me as we get this set up. All right, now we're going to get this cut out, 7/8. All right, 7/8 it is. We're going to get this cut. All right, so we're just about ready. Just about. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out here. As I'm talking, I'm cutting this out. Now, this is going to tell us, and we haven't lost anything. We haven't wasted anything, okay? And if you make a mistake, you make it on your cardboard. All right? So, okay, now let's see how this is going to go. Here it is. Now, is that right where I want it? It's still just a tad high. Okay. So everything is good except. Okay. Get that pulled back right there. All right, that's perfect right there. Okay, so that part's good. All right, now I'm going to mark this right where that needs to be at this point. Okay, and then this needs to be right here at this point. But can you see what I'm doing? Not exactly. All right, this is where I'm at. Okay. Okay, now let's bring this up so you can see. All right, there you go. Now, okay, this goes here. All right, we get this lined up exactly where this goes. All right, and right here at the middle of that corner, right there. All right, dead center of that corner, and dead center of this corner, right here. Okay, now we're going to put the straight edge on it. I don't care. You know, I could use this trim here even. All right, and you bring this up right where you want it there. And bam. There it is. There's where you want to be, right there. Okay. Now we're just going to cut this pencil line. We're going to leave a little bit of that pencil line. We're going to split that pencil line in half. Bam, there it is, moment of truth. Put this in place here. All right, now let's take a look at this. Okay, right in line, right there where it needs to be. Let's follow this down. We're right there where we need to be. Okay. And there it is, right there at that crosshairs, and right here where that corner starts. If I pull this away, you can see. All right, and you want that right there at that bottom edge of that corner of this tile right here, and there it is. All right, you could, so you want it right there. Okay, and then that fits, and then, well, that's kind of crooked, but anyways, there that is, and there this is. Everything's, well, this is a flap. All right, it should be cut off. So that's what's going on there with that. So that's where we need to be. That's it. Now we have a pattern. We have a pattern for what we're going to do next. All right. And we will get this dialed in. All right, now we can take our pattern, all right, and we can lay this on our pattern, lay our pattern on our piece of tile. Okay, and there we go. Then we just mark this out, right? We come over here, and we mark this across. Bring that down, bring that down. Okay, now we take this here. Okay, now I'm just going to mark this here at the top, and I'm going to mark it here at the short point at the bottom. All right, long point, short point. Okay, so I've got these 2 points marked. Hey, Mike, I saw you on that other channel earlier. I don't know if you've seen my comments. All right, but now that's how you do it, and you use a pattern. All right, that's the pattern. Now, if you don't use a pattern, I'm going to show you how to do this without using a pattern. All right. Now, and I find pizza boxes work really good for your pattern material. They're like good size, and they work really well for most of this. Now, if I didn't have a cardboard, and you can, this is how you'd want to do this. All right. Let me see what you can see as I'm bouncing this all around. All right, now you measure from right across the bottom of your trim up to the top. All right, or you set this on top of your trim, and now I'm looking across the bottom of this shelf. Okay, and that tells me that I'm at 2 1/4 to the bottom, and I'm 2 9/16 at the top. All right, so I've got 2 1/4, and up here I've got 2 9/16 at the top. All right, now, so here on my trim, to the bottom, I've got 2 1/4. All right. And then here at the top, I've got 2 9/16 at the top, on the top of this, okay? So now, what am I going to do? I'm going to pull. All right, I'm going to pull from the bottom. This is the bottom. All right, so I'm pulling from the bottom and I'm coming up 2 9/16. All right, so this is where knowing your tape measure really plays a big part and real important. All right, 2 1/4 is right here, 2 1/4. All right. There's the quarter mark right here. 2 1/4. And I said the top of it's 2 9/16. All right. So here's a half. The next one over, and the other side of a half is 9/16. Okay, so right here I'm 9/16. All right. Now I just determined that I am in almost 7/8. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my speed square. All right. Now I'm taking my speed square and I'm bringing it down right there. That line's barely above the pencil line. Okay, about right there. No, a little bit more, just the angle that you're looking at. Barely above where you can see it. Okay, and I'm marking this. There. Bam. There it is. Now, I'm going to go up to this. All right. And I am going to bring that down a little bit more. Here. Now, I am going to set this up there and see where we're at with our pencil lines. Okay, the bottom one that bottom pencil line looks good. The top one looks a little short, so I need to bring it up a little more. All right. Okay. So this one we're good. All right, so let's just set this on here like this. Okay. And we're going to bring this across. Okay, there we go. Here, bam. We're going to double check this one right now. Okay, and we're right there. All right, now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to measure back 7/8. All right, so we're going to come back 7/8 of an inch. Okay. Is right here. There we go, 7/8. Okay, now, there we go. Now, we can check it. All right, as we double check this, okay, I see that we're good. All right, so we're good. Now we're gonna cut. Okay, so let's go get this cut. Okay. All right, here we go. Around and around and around we go. Well, thanks for dry, Lauren. How's it going, my friend? All right. This is live, not Memorex. How you doing, Lauren? Waiting for your channel, bro. You know, it's sad there's no Christian music on YouTube. None. I wish I could play music. I'd make some. But this cultic music's not bad. All right, I'm going to get this camera turned around, make this cut. Hello again. Okay, now we're going to get this notch cut right here. All right. Okay, there we go. We went the bull-nosed edge. Okay, this is a square edge. The round over is here in the front. All right. I'm going back and forth on this to take that down. I can't get that zoomed a little more. Okay, that broke. All right. This will break out as well. All right. Now let's get that straightened out down there. All right. All right, let's go test this out. Let's go see that's going to fit. Let's see how it's going to look. Okay, let's go check this as these legs are getting caught up. All right. Go to allworship.com. I will have to check that out because I have found nothing, very little, anything for YouTube and music, for Christian music. You'd think they would have a really large variety. There's not. All right, I'm going to turn this around. Let's see how it's going to work. All right, moment of truth. Let's see how this is going to go. All right, here we go. Look at that. All right, looks like I may have to do just a little bit more. It's a little tight here on the bottom. All right, but if I bring this in here, how's it going to go? Okay, it's a tad tight on the bottom. So we're going to have to we're going to have to take off a little bit more from the bottom, but I would rather have a little bit to remove than it be too big. That's for sure. So that's a good thing. All right. Now I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to have to readjust everything as normal, unfortunately. Okay. All right, so we got a little bit to take off here at the bottom, just a tad tight. All right. Now, as I do that, I'm putting a little twist, I'm exaggerating it, but I'm putting a twist on it as I do this. Look on here for casting crowns. Well, it has to be copyright free there. That's the problem, Lauren. Copyright free music is real important. Okay, I think that's all it's going to take. It wasn't going to be much. It might even be just a hair too big. Yeah, the music has to be copyright free. And that's where the problem lies, is I have found very little copyright free music for YouTube. There's some Christian groups need to get together and create some free music that's copyright free here on YouTube. That's a wide open door for these guys, for these Christian groups, let me tell you. Now I'm going to turn this around. All right. Now, let's see. It's either going to be perfect or a little big. And it looks like it's going to be perfect. There we go. There it is. Now the next thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to put my 45 here at the top and 45 this. Okay. Now, I can do this right here, get this lined up. What do you see? All right, I can get this lined up right here like this. All right, we can mark this. Having this pattern already made simplified the process. All right. All right, let's go get this cut now. So what's going on with your channel, Lauren? What's the deal? Okay, what's the deal with your channel? With you putting your channel up and running there, Lauren? Are you in the sound of my voice? Okay, now let's cut that 45. Now, as you'll see here, I have this block. All right. And I'm going to, okay, now this won't allow me, my pencil line, my angle for my 45 is down here, which means I'm going to have to make this straight, and I'm going to have to cut above the top of this pencil line here. All right, it's straight across is what I'm going to have to do. Or I push it forward. And how do I push it forward? I'm going to take this piece of tile. I'm going to hold it here. Or, yeah, we know that this is straight. All right, now, as long as I hold this, push this back tight, I don't have to cut anything off of here. All right, because I just pushed it forward. Okay, now we just need to get this lined up here with the blade. Okay. Now I guess I need to zoom a bit. Look on here. Okay, now you see, now I can get this lined up right to where it needs to be with the blade. All right, now, okay, now by the looks of that, we can see that I need to slide this up about right there, as long as this is tight. Okay, as long as this is tight here, and it's tight here at this joint right here, we're all good. And tight up against this 45 block you're not seeing. Okay, but that's what it looks like. All right. Now, I'll show you something else. If, all right, I wanted to make an adjustment on my angle, okay, I would pull this out here, and I could then stick a shim. Any kind of a shim will work to get the distance you need. And now that will give me, it'll change my 45, okay, and make it greater than a 45 just by adding the shim. And bigger the gap here on the bottom, the greater the change, all right, and more of an angle, all right. And that's how you would do that if you wanted to change the angle on the piece because it wasn't fitting quite right on your 45. So you'd make your adjustment on this back side with the shim, okay. Now let's cut this 45 on here. Let's get this down here where you can see what's going on. Okay. There it is. All right, now let's get this up here. You want it just on the other side. That blade, you want to be able to see that pencil line. Split that pencil line right there. All right, or you can't see what I'm seeing. All right, there it is. right there, right to the other side of that pencil line. Okay, right there. We're going to make this 45. Moment of truth here in just a minute. So there's the 45 right there. Okay. Now we're going to zoom this out. I am getting my info together. I have a few pulpit comments and other. Remember, there's what's called a free. It's information. It's an Information Act. I forget what it's called at the moment. I forget. But they have a disclaimer. It's an Information Act where you can share other people's information if it's for education purposes. And I just forget the terminology at the moment. Okay, but it's an Information Act. All right, so let's see how this is going to look. It should be fine. All right. Freedom Information Act, maybe. Here we go, moment of truth. Bam. Oops, there it is. Now I'm going to show you. Here we go. That's what it's going to look like. Just like that. Because there's going to be grout in here. All right, so that's that. So let's take this tape off of here now that we know it's right. And let's see what the real is going to look like in color. All right. Okay, so let's zoom in a little bit more. Not a little too much for where the camera's set. Whoops. Right there. Okay. There's this. And here's this. Bam. That's with it together. All right. And then the grout line be about here, roughly. And that's going to be nice. There it is. Now, what I can do with this piece, I can test it on the other side. So let's see how it's going to line up over here. I just have to flip it over. Let's see if it's the same. It should be. It may be a little different, and it may be fine. Look at that. Perfect. Both sides are the same. Let's see this up close and personal. This side is the same. That'll work. There it is. How cool is that? I did something right. Look at that. All right, so this is a pattern now for this other side. I now have a pattern. All right. Now, a pattern. I'll show you what I'm going to do. To get this stuff out of my way. All right, now let's get this over here so you can see exactly what it is I'm going to be doing. All right, this is going to go up this way. Okay, so I flip this to the back. I lay it on here and I get this set. All right. Now, take this right here, put that up against that. I can even take this over here. All right, put this here and run this against it. All right, bam. Now I get this lined up here. Everything's the same. All right. Get it all lined up, all flush. Make sure this is flush here. All right. Then I can mark. Whoops, you don't see it. All right, then I mark this. Come back. Bam. Bam. Got it. Now, the next thing I need to do, all right, make sure everything is tight and flush. Okay. Now, the next thing in this process is, let's get that 45 on there. Okay, get it all lined up. Make sure these edges are all flush. Okay, the back is flush, so we're good. Bam. Bam. There it is. All right, we have the notch. We have the 45. Let's go cut it. All right, let's do this. Right now, get this set up here. All right, now it's down. Bam. All right, now on this one, I am going to bring this over here. All right, rather than hold it with my hand. All right, I'm going to cut that line. Let's zoom in where you can see. There's that pencil line right here. It's faint. Okay. All right, I'll show you where the pencil line, in case you don't see it. It's right here. The other one is here. Okay, there it is. Okay. And here is your stopping my line. I'm going to stop at it here at this point. Okay. Let's make this happen. I didn't go all the way down on purpose. Now I made that so faint I can barely see my pencil line, so I need to bring it up here and make sure it's right where it needs to be. Okay, I had to darken it up a bit. Right over here. All right, I'm right where I need to be, so I'm good. All right. All right, now you're going to roll this up, pivot on the corner. Okay, got to back this saw up a little bit so you don't go too deep. Now I'm going to push it in slowly. Right there. All right. Now I'm going to bring it over. All right. Slowly bringing it forward. Keeping your eye on the pencil line right above my finger. Right there. All right, back it off. Now that's why I freehanded it last time. All right, it's a little bit more work, but it's more accurate, especially when you're learning. Okay. All right, I broke those off, as you can tell. I'm going to move this piece of tape out of my way so I can see where I'm at. All right, come right, graze alongside the blade, come forward. Keep this up so that it's square to the blade and come back and forth. All right. Let's go see where we're at. All right, let's take this back. And we'll do this. Well, I'm surprised there's nobody in here right now. But it's all good. You know, people can see this after the live stream, and I just uploaded a video just a few minutes ago. You know, so let's see how this is going to look. Moment of truth. All right. Are you ready? Get set. Go. Well, we're a little tight, so that's good. Tight is good. All right. So that means I got to notch it just a tad more, so it's all good. Now I got to take a little bit more off the top and a little bit more off the bottom. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pencil. Okay, and I'm just going to mark right below that edge right here. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that. I'm just going to cut that pencil line off and I should be good and tight. I'm going to do the same up here. All right, right here at the top. All right. This tape's a little loose. Okay, so I'm just going to have to kind of eyeball that, but it's all good. Okay. All right. Back we go. And next I'll be cutting the 45 for the other side. All right. Zoom. All right. So how's work going there, Lauren? Okay. Trying to get that just right. You can see. There you go. All right. A slight pressure backward. Okay. All right, it was a little tight. So let's go see how it's going to look. It may be just fine. May have to take off a tad more. But this is the process for perfection. Okay, and this is what you got to do. So let's turn this around. And moment of truth. Here we go. Look at this. Okay, I may have to end up taking a little bit off the bottom. Let me test it. Oh yeah, I'm tight on the bottom. So that's good. That's perfect now. See that? See this up close and personal? All right, that's perfect. All right, so I got to take a hair off the bottom. Just a hair off the bottom. Okay. All right, so now let's back to the drawing board. And we're going to take a hair off bottom. And it should fit like a glove. Then we'll do the 45 on the top. And we'll be in like Flynn. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Now let's take a hair off the bottom of this. All right. Now, this is where I'm going to loosen this block up. Move this over out of my way. Tighten it back up. And we're going to take a hair off this bottom. Okay. Can you see? All right, let's zoom in a bit. Hello, Grandma. What big eyes do you have? That's what I'm talking about, up close and personal. Yeah, buddy. I wonder about a thickness of the blade, so I'm going to get this flush right here with this side of the blade, all right, where I can just barely feel it, barely. And my finger's going just under the blade by a hair. All right. So I pulled it back just a hair more. We're going to see. This is enough. Okay. The moment of truth. Moment of truth. All right. So here we go. Let's see. Here we go. Round and round we go. It is the moment of truth. Not now, but right now. All right. Bam. All right, here we go. From the bottom up. It's on the bottom. But what's it look like? It needs to be a little deeper. Okay. All right, it needs to be made a tad deeper, but we're really close to where we need to be. Okay. How cool is that? This is where the tape's coming off. Okay, so I got to take out a little bit more in the back. So now we just got to take the hair off the back. I'm going to show you how to do that. Bam. Oops, there it is. All right. Back cut. This is a cut that you learn at some point. Okay. Now, Sovereign Spirit, how's it going, bro? Glad you dropped in here. We're going to do what's called a back cut. This is about deep enough, but the back of this needs to be taken out. All right. And you do this in woodworking anytime you're fitting something. Well, thank you, bro. All right. So we're going to do this back cut and see. You'll never, if you do it right, you'll never touch the front when you're doing your back cut. All right. I'll show you how. Turn this at an angle downward, and we're going to work this back edge right here. All right, inside. And I'm running this at an angle. All right, see the front isn't even touched. All right, just the back. Okay. And you see the angle. That would be level. Okay. And this is the angle, about a 15 degree, roughly. Check the front. Okay, we can see, all right, what's going on here. We got about, 3/16 to the very front of that edge. Well, let's see how that's going to look. All right. Let's see if I have to take off any more. Thank you for being here, Sovereign Spirit. I have to tile. Yes, it's tile. But you can do this with wood as well. You do this a lot with trim, with the finish work, where you're fitting a piece of wood into a tight spot, notching it around something, kind of like I'm doing with the tile. So you do this anytime. Okay, all right. Well, I'm a woodworker, and over the last couple of years, I've been learning about tile. And a lot of the same techniques and skills are required to do this, whether it's tile or wood. Except for tile, there's some things that are different. You know, that blade, that saw, doesn't have a table I can turn for angles. I have to figure out the angles. I have to make the angles, you know. So there's a little bit more involved for sure on that older saw. but I like that saw. All right, let's turn this around and see how this is going to work. I'll zoom in just a second. Let's see. All right, a little bit more. Let's take a quick, close, and personal look at this. All right, I'm going to have to make that 45. But there that is, right there. Now, we're going to go ahead and do that 45. All right. I've already cut a piece of tile the right length. All right. So I can set this here, get this lined up. All right. And then mark. And I'm pushing down into this corner when I mark. All right. So, how long were you doing tile setting, Sovereign Spirit? And Lauren on here is a mine. He's going to have a channel you probably like. He's getting all his stuff together for his channel. Couple of years, all right. Now, did you do floors, or what kind of tiling is it that you did? Was it just mainly floor work? Or did you do like, kitchen countertops and bathrooms and stuff like that? Or did you do both? Okay. Yeah, countertops I think would be a little challenging. All kinds. All right. Cool. Yeah, you probably tell me a thing or two. Like I said, I'm a woodworker. I've learned how to do tile, doing it myself. All right, let's get this turned around. Waiting for it to turn around. All right. Now I'm going to work this angle, work this a little bit more. Okay, I think I'm going to take it back just a hair in the front. Okay, so I'm going to take this pencil and I'm just going to give me something to sight in right here at the edge. Okay, just a little mark. Give me a gauge. That'll help you gauge what you're doing. Okay, now a little bit more. Remember, this is level. Let me zoom in here. Let me zoom in just a tad more. I checked. I'm going to have to check again. I've just been busy. Then I got my wife hollering, she wants time too. And I just got to stop and double check that for sure. Okay, this is, whoops, don't want to do that. This is level. This is at about a 15-20 degree angle. Okay, looks like I need a little bit more. Okay, let's go check this. But no, if I get your email, I'll send you my phone number in the email. Yeah, I'll send you my email, my phone number when I get that. I'm getting this set up. I forgot to cut my 45, but it's all good. We'll do that next. Let's see how this fits. All right, here we go. Either it's going to be good or I'm going to have to redo it. Let me cut some more. All right, it's time to make that 45. I got to do the 45. Bam. All right. Okay. Did you ever make 45s, like for corners or anything? Or did you do butt joints when you were doing your tiling? Okay, we're gonna cut this 45. That light's not bright enough. Turn this around. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to lay this here. Let me show you what I've got here. There's my 45-degree block. All right, I'm going to have to remove this and move it over. Okay, I got a 2x4 underneath my table so that it holds it. Okay, so I'm going to take my block. I'm going to move my block over here. My 45-degree angle on it. I'm going to take this one, put it underneath. Or my clamp wouldn't mount to this if it wasn't for that block on the bottom. You need that bottom block. All right. Now, as you see, my cut point is here, and this is in the way, so that has to be moved over. Okay. That's good right there. All right, there that is. Okay, this tape's kind of folded up. I'm going to straighten that out. I can take that my pattern over here and use that. Use this pencil line as my guide. All right. So here's my pattern right here. Okay. Bring this over here like this. Okay, bring this up. Oh, that's right. We got to extend this out. All right. So this is to push it out further. Make sure that's out of the way so you don't cut this at all. All right. Make sure that if you're using tile to push it, the tile corner is not in your cut zone. All right. You want that out of your cut zone so you don't cut it by accident. All right. Now, I can line this up with that line. All right. Then I can get this lined up by pulling this. Oh, you can't see. All right. Now, you can pull this up. All right. Keeping it lined up. Let's see. That's not a very good. There you can see. All right. Now, I'm just sliding this, but I'm keeping this right there at that pencil line and in line with that. All right. Bring this down here by the saw blade. I bring this up to where it barely almost touches. Okay. And looks like it needs to go up just a hair. All right, right there is where it needs to be, right alongside that blade, right, which you can't really see from this angle. So I'm going to show you. See, right alongside that blade, right there. All right. There it is, right there. See, barely in front of that blade. That's where you want it. Right there, just like that. Or even over just a tad more. But it's not critical. Okay. Okay. Now let's get this cut. Now I'm pulling back and down without moving. I just got pressure back and down to the table to lock it in place. Now pull this up for just a hair. All right, now you can see, all right, that pencil line, I split that pencil line, all right. Okay, now, this should fit really well. Let's go see. All right. You know, in order to show you what I'm showing you, unfortunately, it's not real professional. But the professionals don't show you this either. So, you know, got to take the good with the bad. Professionals don't show you this stuff. Okay, now let's show you what it's going to look like. Okay, this is what it's going to look like. Now let's get you up close and personal. Okay, there it is. Now I'm going to take the tape off of there so you can get the actual look of the pieces in living color. Okay, so here's this piece. All right. Get that all lined up, about like it's going to be. It's going to have a grout line. It's not doing what I want to. All right, there's the look. Okay, so it's going to look pretty good when I'm done. And let's get this over here. Bam. You know, like I was saying, the professionals, this video is not professional. Very few of them are. But the professionals don't show you what I'm showing you. You know, I would have been happy to have somebody show what I'm showing when I was trying to figure this out. Nobody would do it. Nobody was doing it that I saw. And so, you know, I blew the roof off of it. Nobody wants to really show what's going on or how to do it. Thank you for motivating me. But these aren't professionally done, but you're learning. And I'm showing you what's going on behind the scenes that you don't see. So I keep it real. And the good, the bad, the ugly, you get it here. It's all live. It's not Memorex. And Sovereign Spirit, if you're still here, looks like you are. I will check that email and I'll send you my phone number. I'm up pretty late most of the time. I'm in California. I'm up till 11:30 in general. Sometimes later. But anyways, all right, Lauren, thanks for being here. I appreciate your guys' time and for hanging out with me. And I look forward to talking with you. There's Sovereign Spirit. Hit Lauren's channel. He's got a, like I said, he's got a channel he's getting ready to upload, but start. Well, you're welcome too. Richard Adventures. Thanks for being here, Richard Adventures. Oh, I lost my phone. Lauren, I got to get a new phone. This phone is a spare phone. It's not hooked up except to Wi-Fi. If you send me your phone number in an email, I'll have it. And I can call you on another phone. But my phone I lost. But yeah, you send me your number in an email, I can give you a buzz then. If this phone doesn't have it in it, and I don't think it does. But I'm gonna call it a day. Do you want no? Oh, Sovereign Spirit, thanks for being back here. I'm getting ready to close out. You can do a replay and watch. You know, you can do it right now, do a replay and watch what you missed. And I'll be checking my emails here in a little while. And I'll send you my number. And, you know, I'm up usually till at least 11, if not later. But you can call me up to about that time. And if it's a good time, we can talk. All right, yes, and thank you, Sovereign Spirit. Yes, hit that like button. Thank you. All right, so I'm signing out. And thanks everyone for being here. I look forward to getting to know you and your channel. And if you haven't subscribed, comment, share, put in the playlist, save. Okay, Lauren. And I look forward to hearing from you. I look at my comments and send me a comment. All right, God bless. Bye for now. And as I always say, united we stand and united we make it happen here on YouTube. I also say, never give up because there's always a way. Always. You just got to find out what that way is. So we'll catch you on the next one. God bless. Bye for now. And keep looking up.